Today I am starting this new subject. Its name is Installation, Maintenance and Testing. Subject code is 602 and paper code is 62445. So there are total 9 topics are there in this particular subject. I will start with the first topic, installation. Now in installation we have to discuss types of heavy electrical equipment, unloading accessories, particulars for unloading, installation of small and large machines of both static and rotating type, and then installation of pole mounted transformer. This is the content of the topic number 1. So first of all we will discuss types of heavy electrical equipment. Normally, heavy electrical equipment, they are classified according to their rating. If you take static equipment like transformer, then transformer up to 25 kVA, they are taken as the light weight transformer. And if you go for heavy weight transformer or heavy machineries, in case of static transformer, then all transformer which are used in distribution above 100 kVA, they are classified as a heavy equipment. And maximum in distribution transformer we can take up to 500 kVA. Above 500 kVA, all transformer they are coming under the category of power transformer. Similarly, in case of rotating machine, if we take all type of motor, whether they are DC motor or AC motors, induction motors, up to 5 HP they are not coming under the heavy equipment, but if the rating of the motor is more than 5 HP, then they are classified in terms of heavy equipment. Now, what are the types of heavy equipment? These are motors and transformer. Along with that, type of furnaces, they are all having rating more than 5 kilowatt. Ovens, they are having rating above 5 kilowatt. These are all coming under heavy electrical equipments. And loading and unloading, for that there are certain accessories required for this purpose. So normally for lightweight machineries, we can use the chain pulley block, and chain pulley block along with a tripod. This tripod support the chain pulley block for up to a height of about 10 feet, and then we can just with the help of hook provided on the transformer or the machine or motor, that is caged by the hook, and then by chain pulley block we can lift this particular equipment up to certain height or height of the foundation or plinth on which it is to be installed. So in accessories part you can write down chain pulley block is the basic requirement for that. Then a tripod is there, that is a pipe structure which is having height up to 10 feet. And then a derrick. Derrick is a particular type of support of the pipe which is provided with a hook. So you have to just shift the transformer or the machine in any direction with the help of derrick. Derrick, that is D-E-R-R-I-K, derrick. Derrick, this is a one particular simple type of arrangement used for that, for shifting of the transformer from one place to another place on the same plinth. Then another equipment used we are having for heavy transformer in case of distribution transformer. Apart from distribution transformer, if we go for the transformer power sector, which are their ratings are in MVA. So these transformer require big cranes. Big cranes are required, or hoists are required to lift this transformer up to certain level of the plinth. And they can these cranes are normally having capacity of 5 ton to 10 ton, 15 ton, and they are movable. It is a portable train. They are mounted on the trolleys, and we can shift this crane to any place where it is required. Then apart from these other accessories, sleeper is required. Sleeper is made up of wooden strips of thickness about 10 inches and size of about 3 feet by 1 feet, and for supporting the equipments on the base, on the ground, we put the sleeper, and with the help of sleeper we can shift this particular equipment on the plinth with the help of chain pulley block or cranes. So these are the accessories for the heavy equipment. Apart from these accessories, we required also a Tommy, that is a particular type of, we can say सब्बल बोलते हैं इसको हिंदी में. So it is also required for shifting work of the heavy equipment on the plinth or on the foundations. Apart from this, we required frames also. This frame structure consists of angle iron or channel iron, which is supporting for shifting of the heavy equipment. Now, so far as loading and unloading is concerned, for the heavy equipment, as per the given in syllabus, type of heavy electrical equipment, loading unloading accessories. So loading unloading accessories, they are same. Normally for both purpose the same accessories are useful. Normally transportation of this heavy equipment is done by truck or trailer. We can say the big type of truck, that is the LP trucks required for this, and tralas are there which are having 32 wheels, which is required to be for the transportation of big transformer of power, which are having rating in terms of MVA. So the steps to be taken for loading and unloading, they are difficult in sense of because the equipments are very heavy. They are having their weights in terms of tons, and they start from 2 ton to 5 ton, 10 ton, 15 tons, like this. So number of precautions we have to take whenever we have to load or unload this heavy equipment on the site. So normally when the equipment is to be loaded from the industry, then in the industry workshop there is already hoist are there. With the help of hoist, this particular heavy equipment is loaded on the trucks, and with the help of trucks they are transported to the site where it is to be installed or commissioned. So on the commissioning side or the installation side, the unloading is the main problem. So sometimes what happen, we dig a pit for setting up the truck in that pit with a tapering design, so that truck level of the back portion, it is come up to the height of the earth, and then we can shift the transformer or the heavy equipment with the help of sleeper and the cranes, and if it is lightweight, then with the help of chain pulley block. So these are the accessories. Apart from the small accessories, they are required, like spanners, fixed spanners you required. Then you required different type of ropes, that manila ropes you required for holding the particular equipment in a particular position with the help of ropes also. We also use sometime with the chains are also there, the steel chains are required for that. Then what are the precaution for unloading is to be taken? The precaution mainly that it is all work to be done by manual manpower, and with the use of the accessories and the equipment. So first of all, the first precaution is to be taken that the persons who are doing this work, they should keep a proper safe distance from the equipment whenever they are loading or unloading the equipment, because any type of mistake done, then there is a direct accident can occur which may become fatal. Fatal means person's life may suffer. So for this purpose we have to work at a safe distance. Normally for every equipment the safe distance is for the persons who are working on the system, they have the safe distance of about 5 feet. Normally it is 5 feet, or in meter we can take it is 1.5 meter from the heavy articles or heavy equipment. The one should stand on that. Secondly, the person should use the safety belt for the purpose of climbing on a structure, and whenever you have to work on certain height, then you should have that safety belt for this purpose. Along with that, you should wear the helmet, and that helmet is required for protection of your head. So precautions we should take, that we should judge the distance at which you have to work, and this distance minimum 1.5 meter from the heavy equipment, and the place where it is to be installed or it is to be kept. Then many times what happen, some equipments are provided with number of accessories. For example, transformer. So it is having a conservator tank, radiators and other components. So many times for shifting purpose we just disconnect the radiators of the transformer if possible, and conservator tank we can also take out from the nut bolt portion, and whatever type of detachable accessories are there present in the heavy equipment, that those accessories can be we can detach from the particular heavy equipment, and when it is installed on the commissioning side, then all these accessories again fit on this particular equipment, so that their loading unloading becomes simple and transportation become also simple. So precautions so far is required for unloading the heavy equipment. These are all with the help of the manual person, and there must be a leader for the team which is working for this loading and unloading work. That supervisors, those who are having experience of such type of work, they should be involved for the loading unloading work of heavy equipment, loading at the industry site where it is manufactured, and unloading on the place where it is to be installed. So this particular topic having very simple application of loading unloading accessory, in which mainly I have given the name of the different type of cranes having different capacity, different type of chain pulley block which are also having a different capacity of the weight carrying. And apart from this, derricks, tripod and sleepers, these are required for the loading and unloading of the heavy vehicles, heavy equipments. Now heavy vehicles are used for transportation purpose. So in heavy vehicles there are 32 wheelers trucks are there, LP trucks are there, in which these can take the load which are having the bearing capacity at least above 5 tons, 5 tons to 25 tons or 30 tons like this. So these are available nowadays. According to that, the shifting of the big heavy equipments is possible, which can be done from one place to another place, and for loading unloading takes place on the installation side, that can be done easily. Now next article he has given installation of small and large machine of both static and rotating type. So small machine, as I have told you, all motor below 5 HP they are coming under the small category. all transformer which are less than 25 kVA capacity, they are coming in the small capacity or small range. So their shifting and loading unloading can be done by simply chain pulley block and tripod with the help of this. When you go all the ratings machines which are above it, it is coming under heavy machinery in which you require cranes, sleepers, tripod, manila rope, and all type of derricks structure, and all type of rail poles also required for shifting. So these are the practical purpose. If you see this all loading unloading, then it can be done either at the railway station when the particular equipment is received from railway, then you have to go to railway yard, and from that place the cranes are provided by the railway peoples, and you can shift with the help of these cranes the heavy equipment on the trailer or the trucks of the 32 wheels, which can easily share this load of the particular equipment. Now installation is normally done on the foundation, and foundations are provided with foundation bolts or foundation frame. So when we have to go for installation of the work of the heavy equipment, then we have to put this particular equipment by proper alignment on the frame, and frame is tightened on the foundation with the help of foundation bolt. So particular equipment which is to be installed on a particular type of foundation, then you have to first fix the frame on that. This frame is consist of RH joist, and it is provided with number of holes with nut bolts, so that whatever base portion of the equipment is there, it is properly aligned with those holes, and then with the help of heavy size nut bolts, you can tight this particular equipment on the foundation. So installation part is there. If you have disconnected all the accessories which are detachable, so these accessories after installation of the equipment on the foundation, then you just again assemble all the accessories on the big equipment, because for the purpose of transportation and for the purpose of shifting, loading, unloading, the accessories create sometime problem because of their size. So we have to just detach it. If they are detachable, then you detach it, and whenever you install the equipment on the foundation, then you attach again or fix again on the same place. So this is the simple topic in which all type of these equipments required for loading unloading. The diagram of this equipment I will put on your WhatsApp group pages with the help of drawings, and drawings cannot be possible to draw on the board because it will not be visible properly on this small mobile camera, so you cannot take it properly. So the drawings of this tripod, then chain pulley block, and other accessories like derrick and sleepers, they are all will be given separately. So this is the points to be discussed in which static and rotating machines are there. Now static transformers are there which are normally to be installed on the foundation, and foundation is made up of RCC structure. Basically it is concrete structure, or sometime it is a brick structure, depending upon the load of the transformer or the weight of the transformer. So in static shifting or in static installation of the transformer, this is not a big accuracy work, because it is to be simply put on the frame of the structure, and where it is to be tightened with the help of nut and bolt. But when we talk about rotating machine, these rotating machines are generator or motors. which are having rating. Definitely I have told you that above 5 kilowatt or 5 HP, or big generators are there in terms of megawatt capacity, then their installation is slightly difficult, because there is a balancing is required. In this case, balancing of the rotor, it is to be done on the side. So there are separate equipments required for the rotating machines, which are apart from chain pulley block and other cranes. We required a rotor balancing system, for which this system is used for balancing of the rotor when it is to be kept inside the stator after installation on the site. So it is a as we know that there is a gap between rotor and stator. It is varies from 1 mm to 3 mm. So very exact balancing of the rotor is to be done. Otherwise, when it start running, then there is a problem of friction taken between the stator and rotor, and it will damage the rotor and stator both. So we have to use a particular rotor balancing system for this, in which rotor is properly balanced inside the stator after installation on the site. So in the rotating machine, similarly for the motors which are to be installed in the industries, you required a proper rotor balancing system for that, and rotor balance should be done so that the rotation of the machine, or in the working condition of the machine, they will not suffer from any type unbalancing of the rotor, so that friction losses can be avoided, or any difficulty or problem arises due to friction, it can be avoided if the rotor balancing is properly done. Apart from this, there are certain cooling systems are used for the transformer as well as the motors. The cooling system required for high MVA or VA capacity of the transformer, in which we can go for 33 by 11 kV substation, or 132 by 33 kV, 220 by 132 kV, 400 kV by 220 kV. So all these transformer, they are rating from 5 MVA to 500 MVA. So in this case, for the cooling purpose, we are using the heavy fans are there, which are required to be installed near the transformer on the base side, back side, or the left side or right side. So for installation of these particular fans for cooling, it is also to be done by proper method, and in which we have to use the RH joist structure to install this particular type of fans. So all these static and dynamic means rotating machines, they are to be installed with the help of heavy accessories required for doing this work. These all works are possible only when there is a proper group leader is there, who can guide the workers who are doing this work with proper precaution. Because many times it is observed that some accident occur in loading unloading of the heavy machineries, because of the improper instruction, or improper handling, or improper work by the laborers. So work, if it is properly done with the help of instruction of the supervisor, or the man who is having experience in loading and unloading of heavy equipments, so all the workers who are working on the site, they should be follow the instruction given by the supervisor, so that we can avoid the chances of accident in loading unloading of heavy machineries or heavy equipment for this. Now there is a last article in this, it is installation of pole mounted transformer. The pole mounted transformer is normally installed on poles, and these poles, if we are using in the rural area, then we can use the PCC pole, and if it is used in the urban area or city area, then we can use RH joist or rail pole. So structure of the pole mounted substation, it is already I have covered in estimating costing course, in which I have given the drawing of pole mounted substation. But that drawing was as per the preparation of the estimate, for purpose of preparation of estimate. But here when we talk about loading of a transformer on a pole mounted substation, then the process is slightly different. The diagram will be same, but how it can be kept on the particular structure, it is to be designed first according to the kVA capacity of the transformer. Normally pole mounted substation, they are having minimum 25 kVA capacity transformer, and highest capacity is 375 kVA previously. Nowadays it is increased to 500 kVA. So for keeping this transformer on the pole, so first we have to erect the RH joist of particular size, which is having 110 by 110 into 90 mm into 6.3 mm thickness. So this particular RH joist, two poles are at a distance of about 2.2 meters. We can just structure grouted in the ground with the help of concrete, and when it become hard, then you have to connect the C channel. C channel means the C section channels are there. So double C channels you erect on these two poles at a particular height given according to the drawing. Drawing specification is given in that particular drawing which I have given in the estimating costing. So normally the height of the transformer from the ground, it should be about 1.8 meter from the ground. So it is a proper height for purpose of maintenance and operation of the transformer. So you keep two C channels with the help of clamps. You have to just install on the RH joist horizontally, and then on these two C channels, the properly the width of the transformer at the base, it can be fixed properly on these two C channel. And there is again some transformer provided with wheel and some transformer provided with nut bolt. So if it is provided by wheel, then you have to put the wheel lock arrangement on the channel, so that transformer may not be disturbed, or it cannot be shifted from one place to another place. It is rigidly tied with the wheel. Wheel are just provided for only purpose of the transportation, and if wheel are not provided, then nut bolts are provided for the hole in the frame of the base of the transformer. So you keep this particular transformer on the C section channel, double C section channel. They are provided along with particular slots on the proper marking. So when you keep the transformer on this particular type of C channel, then it can be tightened with the help of clamps which are provided with the transformer, and the pole mounted substation is ready. So the main purpose in pole mounted substation, the loading of the transformer is the important activity. So that should be done first. After grouting the RH joist in the ground, you first install the C channel, double C channel on for putting the transformer, and when you put the transformer double C channel and it is properly tightened with the help of nut bolt and clamps, after that the other equipment like DO fuse, DO fuse, and above that DO fuse you have to install the lightning arresters, and above lightning arrestor we can take the AB switch. So these are also termed as the heavy equipment, because their weight is normally in kg, which varies from 100 kg to 200 kg. So they are supposed to be heavy equipment. So lifting of this is also done by chain pulley block or with the help of pulley and the ropes. So these are used for lifting of AB switch, lightning arrestor and DO fuse to keep or to install on a particular height as per the specification given on the drawing. So lifting of these equipments with the help of rope and pulley, and they can be just tightened properly, and then we can just lift or push it with the help of persons, and this can be come up, and then on the proper space when it is fitted, then with the help of nut bolts and clamps they are fitted on the proper position. So this is the installation of pole mounted substation. So in pole mounted substation, what is the first requirement? First requirement is the erection of the two poles, which are either PCC pole in the rural area, or if it is a urban area or city area, then you use a rail pole or RH joist. After erection of the pole, you have to install the horizontal channels, C channels. They are double C channels for the installation of the transformer or the putting of the transformer on the structure. So when this is done, then 50% work is over. After that, whatever equipment other required, upper side we required lighting arrestor, we required DO fuse, we required AB switch, and below the transformer we have to use the LT distribution box. So LT distribution box, it is also heavy in nature because of the number of distribution circuits are there, MCBs are there, and bus bars is also there in that box. So it is to be installed on C channels, and these C channels is again a single C channels we can use, or you can use also angle iron also for that. So it is to be lifted again by the chain pulley block or proper ropes, so that it can be lifted up to a height of about 3.5 feet to 5 feet. Because it is should have the operating height for the operators who can control this panel for controlling the LT lines for the supply. So this height must be according to the drawing should be taken, and it is approximately, I am telling, it is 1.5 meter from the ground, and so that a person, normal height person, can approach to work on this panel. So this is all about the installation of pole mounted transformer, and this type of transformer, when it is to be installed not on pole but on the foundation, in case of the multi-storied building, the supply is given to the multi-storied building by the transformer which are installed on the foundation. So these foundations are prepared with the help of the brick structure or by concrete structure, and in this case again we require two poles for installation of the accessories like AB switch, DO fuse and lighting arrestor. But transformer is not kept on the plinth, on the channels, but on the place of channel they are kept on the plinth. Plinth means it is a foundation. On foundation, when transformer is to be kept, so again you use their RH joist frame for keeping the transformer, because transformer directly cannot be put on the cement structure. So concrete structure is not suitable, only direct keeping of the transformer on it. So we put a frame on that according to size of the transformer, and then frame is properly bolted with the foundation of concrete, and on this frame the transformer is then kept, and it is again tightened with the help of nut bolts. So this is the foundation mounted transformer, which is of course not given in the syllabus, but I am giving you additional information. Whenever there is not possibility of erection of the pole on the side, then we can go for the foundation mounted type of structure. Just near the bank of river, it is not possible to install the pole. So in that case, we prepare a foundation with the concrete, and then transformer can be put on that. So it depends on the site situation whether you have to use pole mounted or foundation mounted. Maximum in 90% cases we go for the pole mounted substations in the distribution system, but whenever such situations come, like to be installed for the supply to the multi-storied building, so in the campus or the compound wall we construct a foundation for the transformer, and supply line of HT, that is 11 kV or 33 kV, it can be taken from the poles which are just near grouted the foundation, and from that the supply is taken on the transformers primary side through three connection. Three connection means first it will come to AB switch, then it will come to lightning arrestor, and after lightning arrestor it will come to DO fuse, and DO fuse to the transformer primary bushings. So primary bushings are connected to the with the help of ACSR conductor and bimetallic strips clamps, and then it is given to the distribution system of the total multi-storied building. So normally in multi-storied building, the heavy panels are used for giving supply to different flat in that, or different floors on which flats are available. So the output from the LT side of the transformer, foundation mounted transformer, we take in a LT box cubicle which is installed near the foundation of the transformer, and from there with the help of cable we can take the supply up to the distribution system of the multi-storied building, which is provided at the basement, and from where we can radiate the circuit for the different storied or different type of floors. If it is suppose 4 floor is there in the multi, then on each floor there are 4 flats are there, so total there will be 16 flats. So for the 16 flats, the floor wise distribution is done with the help of this panel, and the input can be given from the LT cubicles or LT cubicle box which is fitted near the transformer, near foundation of the transformer, and from where with the help of cable we take the supply up to the distribution system of the multi-storied building. So in this case, in the first topic we have discussed today the installation of pole mounted transformer on pole, whether it is in rural area or in the urban area, what are the methods, what are the accessories required for that. For lifting up transformer, again I have told you, I am telling you that we require chain pulley block. It is a must, whether it is a transformer up to 500 kVA or it is a transformer of 25 kVA. Chain pulley block of proper capacity you have to utilize for that. You require tripod also. In tripod it is a structure made of the steel poles, and on which we can use the derrick structure for holding the transformer in a proper position with the help of ropes or chains, and then it will be installed on the place wherever it is to be done. Then the types of heavy electrical equipment, as I have discussed, that all the equipments of heavy nature which are having their rating in terms of megawatt in case of generators, or MVA in case of transformer, they require the big cranes for that, and big shifting arrangement in which the sleepers are required, rail poles are required, then tommies are required, then chain are required, ropes are required, and other sleepers are required. So these are the all accessories which are required for the heavy equipment to be shifted from one place to another place, or to transport from the store to the site. For this purpose, main power requirement is the main need of this. Main power always required for all purpose of operation of these accessories, and main power guidance, it is to be given by the person who is the experienced person, who already done lot of work of loading unloading. He has proper experience in that this work, so this person is properly guide the workers on the site. Because any type of haziness, we can say, if you are not properly you have not attention to the work at the time of working, that in case of the workers, then there is a 100% possibility of accidents, and it is observed. Then there is no attention given by the labor on the work what they are doing, and a simple mistake done by any one person, it can affect the total gang who is working for the loading unloading. So it is very very essential that every person who is working in the system, he should properly follow the instruction given by the supervisor. And whenever the simultaneous efforts is required to be done, then the person should be synchronized with each other, and there should not be any communication gap between the person who are working on the site for loading unloading. Any type of mistake, any type of gap of communication, this will cause a serious accident, and that serious accident in the nature of fatal accident, that person may die in that case. So all these precautionary measures should be taken from person by using all the safety belt and safety helmet and safety arrangement for the person itself, and safety jacket is also there. So all the safety arrangement for the person, they should use themselves, and all the safety equipments required for loading unloading, they use properly with this. So this is all about this particular topic number 1, in which whatever diagrams will be necessary, I will share on the WhatsApp group, and in that case I will give the major type of equipment required or accessories required for loading unloading. So you can just check out from that particular diagram that which type of equipment is used for which purpose. According to that drawing, you can understand easily. So my theoretical portion what I have speak just now in this 40 minutes, you have to just take it notes by just listening this lecture properly, and if any difficulty is there or any question is there, then you can ask me on the WhatsApp number. So this finish your topic number 1 in this particular case. It is very small topic as such, for installation only. So installation can be done for rotating machine as well as for the static machine, and procedures are almost similar, but in case of rotating machine, balancing is one problem, that is rotor balancing. So for that some special equipments are required for rotor balancing. Otherwise the work of installation is almost same in both the case. So this is for all for today. Thank you very much.